skill number 2, self-awareness. Managing stress is just the first step in building emotional intelligence. The science of attachment indicates that your current emotional experience is likely to be a reflection of your early life experiences. Your ability to manage core feelings, such as anger, sadness, fear, and joy, often depends upon the quality and consistency of your early life emotional experiences. If your primary caretaker as an infant understood and valued your emotions, it's likely that your emotions have become valuable assets to you in adult life. But if your emotional experience as an infant were confusing, threatening, or painful, it's likely that you will have distanced yourself from your emotions. Being able to connect to your emotions, i.e. having that moment-to-moment connection with your changing emotional experience, is the key to understanding how emotions influence your thoughts and actions. So here are some questions to consider. How would you answer? Do you experience feelings that flow, encountering one emotion after another as your experiences change from moment to moment? Are your emotions accompanied by a physical sensation that you experience in places like your stomach, your throat, or your chest? Do you experience individual feelings and emotions such as anger, sadness, fear, and joy, each of which is evident in subtle facial expressions? Can you experience intense feelings that are strong enough to capture both your attention and that of others? Do you pay attention to your emotions? Do they factor in your decision making? If any of these experiences are unfamiliar, you may have turned down or turned off your emotions. In order to build EQ and become emotionally healthy, you need to reconnect to your core emotions, accept them, and become more comfortable with them. One way you can achieve this is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of purposely focusing your attention on the present moment and without judgment. The cultivation of mindfulness has roots in Buddhism, but most religions include some type of similar prayer or meditation technique. Mindfulness helps shift your scattered thinking and thoughts towards an appreciation of the present moment, physical and emotional sensations, and it can bring a larger perspective on life. Mindfulness helps give you a calmness and specific focus, therefore making you more self-aware in the process. Again, it is important that you learn how to manage stress first, so that you'll feel more comfortable reconnecting to stronger and unpleasant emotions and changing how you experience and respond to your feelings. Key skill 3, social awareness. Social awareness enables you to recognize and interpret the non-verbal cues others are constantly using to communicate with you. These cues let you know how others are really feeling, how their emotional state is changing from moment to moment, and what is truly important to them. When groups of people send out similar non-verbal cues, you're able to read and understand the power dynamics and shared emotional experiences of the group. In short, you're socially comfortable and more able to empathise. As previously discussed, mindfulness is the ally of emotional and social awareness. To build social awareness, you need to recognise the importance of mindfulness in the social process. After all, you cannot pick up on subtle non-verbal cues when you're inside your own head, thinking about other things, or simply zoning out on your phone. Social awareness requires you to be present in the moment. While many of us pride ourselves on the ability to multitask, this means that you'll miss out the subtle emotional shifts taking place in other people that will help you fully understand them. You are more likely to further your social goals by setting other thoughts aside and focusing on the interaction itself. Following the flow of another person's emotional responses is a give and take process that requires you to also pay attention to the changes in your own emotional experiences. Paying attention to others doesn't diminish your own self-awareness. By investing time and effort to really pay attention to others, you'll actually gain insight to your own emotional state, as well as your own values and beliefs. For example, if you feel discomfort hearing others express certain views, you'll have learned something important about yourself. Key skill 4, relationship management. Working well with others is a process that begins with emotional awareness and your ability to recognise and understand what other people are experiencing. Once emotional awareness is in play, you can effectively develop the additional social and emotional skills that will make your relationships more effective, fruitful, and fulfilling. It's time to become aware of how effectively you use non-verbal communication. It's impossible to avoid sending non-verbal messages to others about what you think and feel. The many muscles in your face, especially those around your eyes, nose, mouth and forehead, help you to wordlessly convey your own emotions as well as read other people's emotional intent. The emotional part of your brain is always switched on, and even if you ignore the message, others won't. Recognizing the non-verbal messages that you send to others can play a huge part in improving your relationships. Try using humour and play to relieve stress. Humour, laughter and play are natural antidotes to stress. They lessen your burdens and help you keep things in perspective. Laughter brings your nervous system into balance, reducing stress, calming you down, sharpening your mind and making you more considerate to others. Learn to see conflict as an opportunity to grow closer to others. Conflict and disagreements are inevitable in all human relationships. Two people cannot possibly have the same needs, opinions and expectations at all times. However, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Resolving conflict in healthy, constructive ways can strengthen trust between people. When conflict isn't perceived as threatening or punishing, it helps to foster freedom, creativity and safety in relationships. If you want to learn more about developing your EQ, there are plenty of workshops, activities and books to read. My personal recommendation would be The Little Book of Emotional Intelligence, How to Flourish in a Crazy World by Andy Cope and Amy Bradley. I've read and reread this several times and still find something new. It's also a great dip in and out of book for activities and thought-provoking quotes. So that's our topic for today. I hope you found the points useful and also interesting. For more information, check out the resources within the Learning Hub on amali.com. Additionally, go to amali.com and subscribe for updates and activities on topics aimed to help us all be more successful. If you've enjoyed this episode, why not subscribe and get new episodes weekly? You can do that for free via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast and more. You can also check out the Instagram page, Not Just Making the Tea, for more information and updates. Thank you once again for listening. It really means a lot. Keep safe and talk to you soon. Take care and have a great day.